What's up, everybody? Let's talk about systems diagnostics and how to obtain an idea of how the body works and how to solve for what's the problem in it. This is spurred off of a few questions that people had about seizures, as well as a couple other things that seem to be electrically based in the body. And we'll talk about how to figure these things out for yourself and go through a diagnostic. The word diagnostic means diagonal gnosis. It means to split knowledge. So in the worst way, we can see that a diagnosis means not really knowing. But in the best way, what a diagnostic is diag is to split an angle, gnosis is wisdom. So what we do is we take our body as a whole, and we take what we know about it. We take what we have knowledge of. So we can look at our external body and get pieces of information from that. We can get internal signals. We can get a map of the inside of the body, through the internet, and we've pulled dead bodies apart before and seen where the organs are. We can look into different practices and how they've seen that the body work together. So what I try to explain here to people is to become your own source of figuring out what's wrong with you, so you don't always have to come out and find somebody else to do it for you. While I'll give the answers here to the questions, I'll also tell you how to diagnose your own system. Mind, body, spirit, and they're in a linkage with each other. And so let's use the wisdom that we have. If we see a symptom is a response to something that's gone wrong. And so symptoms would be a runny nose. A symptom would be an achy joint. A symptom would be bad eyesight. These would be the resulting physical expressions of something that's wrong with either our body internally, or a thought process we have, or a spiritual problem we have. Now, all of these things can be solved from each level. We can solve physical problems by changing our mind and doing something different. We can solve mental and physical problems from a spiritual level, because that will definitely affect our mentality. And we can also affect our health from a physical level, meaning changing the things we eat and consume, and changing or finding solutions on the outside to take in things, such as a cut, we can put a salve on it. Such as some problem that we have maybe with eyesight, we can put urine drops in our eyes to fix something. We can put, so there's all sorts of ways to do this. So let's take the idea of having seizures. What can we see happen? What do we notice? It's a jerkiness. It's a seizing up of, meaning we're seeing a clenching. Now, what do we know about that? Why would this happen? If we looked at a car, if you worked at an auto body shop, if you worked at, an auto shop, you would look through, oh man, I'll have to hurry this up. You'd have to look through and see what's causing the problem. You'd make a couple educated guesses. An educated guess we can make on something seizing up is fluid problems or electrical problems. Fluid problems meaning something seizes up in a car, it's probably because something wasn't lubricated. So we can immediately look to water as a solution. We can immediately look to oil as a solution. We can look at backups of things. And then as we go farther backwards, and I'm going to try to make this quick, and I'll do another one because I see my storage space is almost done. We can see that there might be a problem in the physical body electrical system, or there may be a problem in the brain, because the brain is what's bringing these signals for the body to do things. So So it could be a brain problem or it could be a physical body problem. And the physical body problem is probably going to be somewhere in the spine, which is related to the brain. And the ways we can adjust these things, whether they're physical or electrical or fluid, some things are massage, are going to help move things on a physical level. We can remove the things that are blockages or that are causing system shorts. System shorts come through salt, things getting in the way. You can short circuit a system by putting salt in it. And so that's the same with the body. So we'd want to remove salts. We'd want to cleanse the body with water. We want to cleanse the brain with water. And we'd want to look at the electrical system as a whole, because the electrical system, as the human body is electrical and magnetic. We can look at Kundalini and maybe something's getting stopped up in one of the vertebrae in the spine and shooting, seizuring, depending on the level of the seizure, how often, frequently we could kind of look to the source of it. But it could be something in the brain and it could be something in the spine. And either way, we want to flood the body with water to help alleviate things. We want to get salts out of the body. We want to add oil, maybe even up the back door, meaning oil bastis after we've cleansed the bowels, because we want to first remove the problem that's happening, meaning stop eating the things that are causing the problem, and then remove the things that are in the way, the blockages. So a way to diagnose the body is to just start with the symptom and go backwards. And we can, is your stomach hurt? Well, the stomach is related to what we put in our mouth, so maybe we should consider what we're putting in our mouth. Is your ankle hurt? Well, maybe you should consider how you're walking. We could look at forms and physical movement patterns. Now, all of these things are ways of finding using symptoms to backwards map and make a diagnostic of how to heal the body. And I'll end this right here because I don't want it to just shut off on me, and I'll try to make a part 2 and 3. But hopefully this is a little bit of a inlet into how to solve problems for yourself and make diagnostics on your own system. And then we'll get into upgrading. This is defragmenting, reprogramming, and upgrading. Have a beautiful day. I'll talk soon.